How you doing, huh? How you doing, huh? Let's just fucking get on with it, huh? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Another episode of the Freakquency podcast, huh? With your host, Floral Frequency. Give a big round of applause for not only me, but your co-host, Negrito Baby. We've got him in the director's chair, in the co-host chair. Look, big stretch. Ooh, big stretch. What a cute cat, bro. What a cute cat. But anyways, back in the... Hey, please don't break out of character, Esteban. This is, we're very professional on this movie set. Australian. Sorry, won't happen again, huh?
Sound production, take two.
Take two. Oh, what do you reckon, huh? Oh, what do you reckon? Another episode of the fucking Frequency podcast, huh? I got my VB. I've got my VB on deck. We're chugging for the boys, huh? And I didn't come here to fuck spiders, mate. I didn't come here to fuck spiders. Man, I love an Australian accent, bro. I'll drink to that. Out the pimp goblet, I would drink to that. There is no cooler accent, in my opinion, than an Australian accent. Because A, I understand it. Unless you're from like deep outback of Australia, we're like, oh, I damn, they're kind of like the rednecks of Australia, bro. Unless you're that, bro, I usually understand it and I usually love it. And it usually makes my balls flutter. Oh, no, not butterflies, but instead of in my stomach, in my balls. I love an Australian accent, bro. And I've never met an Australian I didn't like. I love all the Australians, bro. In all my travels, the most lit. It didn't matter where I was. Spain, Germany, France, even here in America when they're visiting, bro. They are always such a good time, bro. They just want to fucking party and have a good time and then just kick it. And you're like, bro, the energy of Australians is unmatched. I wanted to move there for such a long time. I think it's still on the bucket list to go there for at least a year and just check it out, live in Sydney. What do you reckon? Live in Sydney? Or maybe like, I'll tell people from Australia all the time, like, what do you think of the Gold Coast? And they're like, oh, you don't want to fucking live there, mate. You don't want to fucking live there, man. That's a fucking asshole of Australia. You don't want to be there. But then when I was in the Gold Coast, I fucking loved it. I don't know if I'd love it now because, you know, it was a massive party scene, big party scene. I think that's why I liked it because I went when I was ripe, a young wee lad, a fucking teenager. I was ripe and ready to party. I was young, dumb, and full of cum, and I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking love this city. And there was, you know, drinks and ecstasy and clubs and strip clubs, nightclubs, all this stuff, a beautiful beach. You stumble outside the club and you stumble right onto the beach, your toes in the sand. You dig a hole, you plant your ass in the sand. You plant yourself like you're a fucking palm, huh? Like you're a palm tree, huh? But watch out for the drop bears, mate. Watch out for the drop bears. Because they're out there. Rabid koala bears that hang out in the trees, and they're the size of grizzly bears. There's the size of grizzly bears, these fucking cunts, huh? And they drop out of the trees when you're walking by, and they fucking maul your face right off. That's a wrap. Good boy. It's a fucking wrap, them fucking drop bears. And the magpies, don't even get me started on those little fucks. Those fucks. I didn't come here to fuck spiders when it comes to magpies, mate. Those fucking rigs will tune you up, huh? They'll tune you up and spit you out, huh? I don't even know what I'm saying, bro. Yo, shout out my Australians, though. That's what I wanted to get to, bro. Some of the best travels I ever had was in Australia and New Zealand. It's funny because you go to New Zealand, bro, and I start talking to the New Zealand people, and they have damn near, literally, like the accent is looking in a mirror, bro, because the accent sounds nearly identical. But you ask anyone in New Zealand, and they're like, oh, there's fucking cunts in Australia. They speak weird, huh? Oh, they speak fucking strange, huh? They're nothing like our accent. Our accent is professional. Our accent is clean. It's understandable. Our accent is legible. It's fucking legible. You go to Australia, they sound like a bunch of babbling idiots, huh? And I'm like, they low-key sound the same, bro. I can't tell the difference, but I'm with you. Hey, I get it, New Zealand guy. I get it, New Zealanders. You want to be different. And everybody wants to be different. Everybody's got their pride for their culture and where they are. They got love for their hometown. They fly their flag proud, bro. New Zealand flies their flag proud. They're a little on the map. They're a little speck on the map, but they are proud to be New Zealand. And I get it, bro. They got kiwis. And I ain't talking fruits. They got kiwis, bro. Like the bird. I don't even think it makes noise. I think it just like sleeps all day. But it's a cute little bird, man. In New Zealand, man, they showed me mad love too, bro. I love New Zealand. I love Australia. They sound like relatives, but I guess they're not. So, yeah, that's like offensive. Don't ever tell an Australian they sound like a Kiwi, and don't ever tell a Kiwi they sound like a Australian, because they will throw hands. Ding, ding, it's fight night. In this corner, you, because you offended a Kiwi by calling him an Australian, versus an angry Kiwi. Ding, and then it's 2 hits. They hit you and you hit the ground, bro. And that's what your ass gets. Don't offend my peoples, bro. Don't offend my peoples. More babosadas straight out the mouth to start the podcast, bro. I'll drink to that. That's pretty on brand. Starts the podcast with something that has nothing to do with the fucking podcast. Your floral father, bro. What a schmuck. Get a load of this guy, huh? Unbelievable. We drinking the at the Frequency Pimp Goblet. I'm sorry, no, back into character. Really? You broke character again? You're drinking VB out the Frequency Pimp Goblet, okay? That's my director getting mad. Even though it looks like I'm saying it, I'm embodying my director who's off camera, who's getting mad that I broke the Australian accent. Cut and action. We're drinking Victoria Bitters out the Frequency Pimp Goblet. What do you reckon? Dumb. That's stupid. Anyways, my friends, thank you for tuning back in. Mwah! Mwah! Let's see that again in slow motion. Mwah! I love you guys, bro. Thanks for tuning in. As always, man, it is a pleasure to be back in Frequency Studios with my negrito baby. We got the incense. We got the the caffeinated sparkling water, and the Frequency Pimp Goblet. This goblet is a staple. It's a staple of the podcast now, bro. Without the goblet, there is no podcast. And I know you might be like, that's a dumb statement because there was 6 episodes without the goblet. But you know what those 6 episodes were missing? The Frequency Pimp Goblet. Because kings drink from a chalice, but a god drinks from the Frequency Pimp Goblet. And then I just levitate out of here. And take my throne. And then Jesus is like, there will be no false idols. Boom! And he kicks me out of heaven, bro. Kicks me out of heaven twice now. He kicked me out of heaven in the last episode straight to hell. And now he just fucking kicked me out because I was impersonating a god. It's a crime here in the States to impersonate an officer. And it's an even bigger crime to impersonate the Lord himself, bro. I think that's just called narcissism. I think that's called bold narcissism, but whatever. It is what it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's the way it goes. But here we are in another episode of the Frequency Podcast featuring the Frequency Pimp Goblet. As always, baby, if you are listening, mwah, I love you. Thank you. But if you're watching the podcast on YouTube, if you are watching, having the full out-of-body experience, letting the frequency tickle your soul, mwah, kiss you on the lips, rub on you like it's a cat that wants cuddles. I fucking love you. Thank you for watching the Frequency Pimp podcast. I'm just going to rebrand, bro, this whole podcast. It's not the Frequency anymore. You are now watching the Frequency Pimp podcast. That's so dumb. But no, guys, for real, if you're watching the podcast, thank you. While you're stopped and while you're parked over at YouTube watching the podcast, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Homicide the like button. You know what's next. If you've been watching, you know what's next. Can I hear you say it? Oh. I can't hear you. Teabag that fucking bell notification, baby. You know what it is. You know how we do it around here at the Frequencia. You know what it is. That's God's plan. I see people are watching it, and honestly, I can see all the stats and the numbers. Let's get serious for a second. Hey, bring it in, boys. All right, good game. A lot of things we got to work on. Let's get serious. Hey, quit grabbing ass. Quit playing grab ass, boys. Quit playing grab ass. We're getting serious, all right, boys? We're getting serious. The numbers for this podcast, most of them were coming from listening to the podcast, and very few were coming from watching. But now, oh, how the turntables, baby. Like the Jonas Brothers said, oh, how the turntables. All the views and all the plays and streams and everything is coming from YouTube mainly, and a handful coming from the listening. So I'm grateful for all of them, but genuinely, like, watch the podcast, bro. So much love and energy and time goes into that, and it's a cooler experience, bro. It's a cooler experience, and I'm thankful that you guys are watching it. But also, the views and the subscribes aren't adding up. So if you're there, please subscribe. It means a lot, man. Please subscribe. Please drop a like. I know I say that and I joke about it all the time, but like genuinely, it helps out. So now that the little announcements are out of the way, now that my impression of Australians and New Zealand and all those fucking sick cunts. Sick cunts, by the way, is an endearing term. I use the word sick cunt. It means like it's loving, it's endearing. I know, sounds strange, right? You call your mate a sick cunt, he's fucking dope. It means he's rad, he's cool. It's a proper knock. He's a cool guy, huh? You call your friend a dog shit cunt? Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. I love the slang in New Zealand, or not New Zealand, Australia. I'm sure New Zealand has some fucking crazy slang too, but Australia has the funniest slang, bro. I had my buddy Cody. He went to Icon with me, man. He was this Australian dude. He's back in Australia right now, but I fucking love this sick cunt, mate. Fucking love this sick cunt. And he would always, in class, bro, I would always do my accent to him and he'd be like, oh, mate, it's pretty good, huh? It's pretty good. Oh, you've been practicing, huh? You got home and you practice to yourself in the mirror, you fucking sick cunt. Oh, I'll see you, mate. I'll see you. But Cody was cool as shit, dude. He's still cool as shit. I love this guy. But, man, he would teach me all the slang. He'd be like, yeah, mate. You out there, if you go into the club and you're hunting spiders, you need to make sure you tune the rigs. And I'd be like, I don't know what any of that means. We're tuning rigs, mate. We're out here tuning rigs. So, anyways, now that the Australian's out of the way, let's go to the shout-outs. I did not intend to shout out Cody, but mwah, I love you, Cody. Mwah, mwah. Hope Australia is treating you amazing. But my actual shout-out for today is my buddy. Ding. Sound effect. Cue the sound effect. Blake. Can I get a Blake? Where you at, buddy? Stand up, buddy. Because we love you here at Frequency Studios. Because you're a fucking gem here at Frequency Studios. My buddy Blake, bro, I haven't seen him in a long time, man. It's honestly been years. But I used to hang out with this kid when I lived in 5811. Bitch, I'm in the studio. You already know. Tahunga, bro. When I lived in Tahunga, my first apartment ever in LA, man. He was best friends with one of my neighbors who I was also best friends with, man. And Blake was a crazy sick, bro. Crazy sick producer, man. I met him at a point in my life when I had just started producing music. I was a fetus to the music production game, bro. I had no idea what I was doing. And then he'd be like, yeah, bro, do you want to check out my track? And I'd be like, okay. And then he'd hit play. And then boom, my whole apartment would be set ablaze, bro, because this dude just started a fire. His laptop started sparking. And I was like, you should take care of that. And he's like, no, that means it's working. The whole laptop just ablaze because the 808s just came busting. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, whoa. And then the fucking firefighters had to come and put everything out. And they were like, oh, Blake. They knew Blake on a first name basis because he does this shit all the time, bro. He does this shit all the time. He just plays his sick ass beats and fires erupt because they're so fire, dude. And so he's always playing me his sick ass beats. And he was one of the first producers that I look up to personally in my production journey, man. And now some time has passed. We're not as close as we used to be. We're internet friends now. But this kid is always riding and supporting the frequency, man. And I see people like that, bro. He's always posting me on his story. He's always spreading the word, telling people to go check out the podcast, all this. And man, that's just a fucking a top tier S tier fucking friend and a top tier S tier fucking pal. Because we haven't talked in years, really. We still catch up and reply to each other's stories or whatever, very casual stuff. But for him to be showing love and support like that, man, and actually listening to this podcast, bro, it shows me that there's some real ones out there and there's still good people, and that I'm glad that the content, whether it resonates with him or not, he's finding some sort of enjoyment out of it, and he's really pushing for the show. He said some funny shit. He was like, I'll support you until I'm in diapers and don't remember my name. And I was like, damn, bro, you're kind of turning on my emotions. My emotions are going to get a boner, bro. My heart got a boner when he said that shit, bro. Because I was like, damn, that's some real G shit. So shout out for this week is Blake. Oh, I put his IG right here, man. Be sure to follow him. Be sure to check out his music, bro. I'm not sure if he has his music in his bio or where it's at, but if it's in his bio, bro, click that link and check out his music, because this kid is really next level with it. He's next level with it, genuinely. But let's get into the real babosadas for today. The real babosadas, bro, I want to talk on this is I was browsing the internet the other day, balls deep in an Instagram void, trying to fill a void in me and thinking I'm going to find the answers on social media. Wrong, but I was confused and I was looking for some sort of joy. And I'm going through social media, Instagram to be particular, Instagram, and I'm going through stories, bro. And I come across this girl's story that she posted. She reposted a post from a different, bigger account. And the post was, cops arrest, I think it was like a 70-year-old Florida man, and find 700 bodies buried in his backyard. What? 700 bodies buried in his backyard. And my first response was, that's insane. So I clicked the post and I start reading the news article and whatever. And then I really started thinking to myself, what's actually is fucking insane is that somebody would believe this story. What? Let's be real. Why would anybody believe this story? 700 bodies, cops arrest a guy. Here's how the story started. A neighbor saw this man obviously burying burying his whole backyard in a dead body. The roles were reversed. We're living in a parallel universe. We're in a different dimension where people bury yards and bodies instead of burying bodies in yards. It's some fucking Rick and Morty shit out here. No, I'm kidding. That was a typo. So basically the story starts. A neighbor calls the cops because they see their neighbor burying a body in his backyard. And when the cops show up and arrest the guy, they find the body that he's burying. And then the guy admits to having buried 700 bodies, having killed and buried 700 people in his backyard. And as the time of arresting him, they had found the remains and dug up the remains of like 595 bodies or something like that. And I was like, damn, when you think about it, that's a crazy story. And I could see how people would be like, oh my God, and start spreading that like wildfire and be like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? But when you really think about it, that is absurd. If this really happened in real life, bro, this would be global news because this would mean we have the highest rated serial killer of all time. The most successful and notorious serial killer of all time in the modern day, when it's hard to get away with even like one murder, bro. You're telling me there's a serial killer who successfully kidnapped and killed 700 people and buried them in their backyard in Florida. It's crazy, bro. Literally, people will believe anything they see and read on the internet. And on top of that, they had a picture so obviously faked of some random old guy. And he looks all crazy, bro. He's got the big bushy eyebrows pointing down. Literally like when I would draw back in the day, when I would draw people that were mad, I would draw like a little stick figure face, like a little smiley face. And then I would just give it mad people eyebrows, like a V eyebrows. And this dude had big bushy V-shaped eyebrows to imply that he was mad, that he was a menace, that he was crazy. And then he had forehead wrinkles more than the excessive amount. This guy was living in abundance, and it was an abundance of forehead wrinkles, bro, because this dude had stacks of forehead wrinkles, obviously photoshopped, obviously a fake photo because nobody has this many forehead wrinkles. And he literally had like as many pages as there is in the dictionary of forehead wrinkles, bro. And I was like, that's crazy, bro. So it's obviously some maniacal looking old person with a photoshopped amount of forehead wrinkles. His forehead was a 5-head. You could land a plane on that fucking forehead, bro, but it would be a bumpy landing because you would be clunk, 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 clunk on all the forehead wrinkles, bro. Literally, the captain would be like, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land, but it is going to be a bumpy landing because we are landing in forehead wrinkles. Of all things, this is another point of a parallel universe. We are not landing on a runway. We are landing on an old man's forehead covered in forehead wrinkles. Rick and Morty shit. We're in another dimension landing on forehead wrinkles, bro. That's dumb. Babosadas. But that just showed me that you could literally post anything on the fucking internet and some fucking dingaloid is gonna believe it. That's how misinformation gets spread on the internet. And it's crazy that people believe everything they read. Like, really think about that, bro. You're telling me this man kidnapped 700 people and none of these people had a family? None of these people were concerned for their well-being of where they were? They were just like, haven't seen my daughter Elizabeth in a while. Hope she's okay. And then they just moved on with their life. Some girl was like, I haven't seen my boyfriend Chris in months. He's probably fine. Some sad parents are like, man, my kid never calls me. My parents probably think that, but some sad parents are like, man, my kid never calls me. He's probably all right, and his kid's fucking buried in the backyard of this mythical serial killer. No, bro, no. There would be so many missing people's reports. That would be global news. Literally by like 10, 12 people, they'd be like, we have a serial killer in Florida. By 10 or 12 missing people's reports, they'd be like, there is a serial killer in Florida. 700 went by. Well, honestly, it's Florida. 700 people went by, and they were like, who gives a damn, bro? I still got my Coors Light and my AR-15 and my fucking Gators. Woo! Rock on. Trump 2024. Oh, Florida. How I love Florida, bro. They are some crazy sons of bitches out there, man. I love them. But yeah, man. So I guess the story and the moral of that tale that I was telling, don't be a fucking dingaloid. Don't be a doofus. Hey, common sense, use it. One lesson you learn in this world is common sense is not so common, bro. Common sense really is not so common, man. And I was like, that's really ridiculous. That's really ridiculous, bro. If that was the case, we have a bigger serial killer than Ted Bundy, than Ed Gein, than all these serial killers, bro. Literally the biggest serial killer in history, and it didn't even scratch the news. Didn't even scratch the news. That's how you know it's not real, bro. Can't be real. Let's move on, bro. I'm not here to talk about serial killers, but that shit was hilarious. I was gonna tell you guys, or I was gonna show you a new song because I got a song coming out on the 8th of April, which is in like 2 weeks. But I think for the next podcast, I'll play it for you guys. My treat. I know you guys like listening to la música. I know you guys are like, he's a music producer and he never talks about music. Is this kid even a musician? You guys like to roast me off camera. You like to say, oh man, this kid's talking about self-improvement, but he barely talks about that. And then he says he's a musician and he barely talks about that. This dude only talks about his girlfriend and his cat. This guy, I get on this guy's podcast, have an interesting time, and all he talks about is his girlfriend and his cat. And complains about his cat doing stuff. That's fucking the Freakquency podcast in a nutshell, bro. But, dude, I'm going to show you guys some music next week. And it fucks. It's hard, bro. It's a hard-ass song. I produced it. I sang on it. And it's coming out on Music High Court. It's a really very prestigious label on the internet. And a big EDM label. They release a lot of bops and have a lot of cool artists that have dropped on them. So it's coming out on their label. And I'll show you guys next week. A little sneak peek. But what time it is? I've been up here for 20 minutes talking about babosadas. I'm going to tell you guys this story. You guys see this cat right here? By now, you guys should know who this is. By now, you guys should know who this angel is. This is my sleepy negrito baby. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. He heard me talking shit. He's like, who's talking shit? What are you going to say? Huh? You talking shit about me, Dad? He woke up. Oye, te quiero, pendejo. Pendejo, te quiero. Say it back, fool. But this is my son Nugget, man. And if you're a fan of this podcast, you're a fan of my son Nugget. And I want everybody to say a little prayer and give a little prayer of gratitude that my son Nugget is still with us. Because I genuinely thought it was the end. I thought it was the end for him, man. I took him to the vet the other day with a heavy heart, knowing that this could be our last few moments together. Tears streaming down my face as I took him to the vet because this could be our last few moments together. So give a round of applause for Negrito that he's still with us, man, because he's a survivor. I'm a survivor. I am on fire. I am a baddie. I am a tire.
Bitch, what?
It doesn't even fucking make sense, bro. But man, brief intermission before I get into this very sad story, before I get into this. In the arms of an angel, and it's just black and white of Negrito. And it's like, for just $1 a day, you can donate money to a negrito in need. And then it just shows negrito at the vet with a thermometer in his ass. Oh, and he's just looking at the camera all sad. And it's just black and white. In the arms of an angel. Call the number below and make sure that you donate to a cat in need. And the cat that's in need here in this scenario is Negrito Baby. In the arms of an angel. All right, bro, I'm going to restart the camera and get into this story, bro, and then we're going to get into the nuggets. I actually came prepared with nuggets, real life-changing nuggets that are going to make you a better, stronger, fierce, confident person. And it's time, bro. It's time to bring the self-improvement to my self-improvement podcast. So I'll be back. In the meantime, in this intermission, give thanks for Nugget. So there we are. I wake up. I arise. Oh, I resurrect out of the fungin. Open the blinds. The sun, boom, beaming through the blinds. I walk into the hallway to start my morning and get my morning routine as I always do. Cafecito time, and then bring the cafecito time in here to meditate and practice le français. But as I awake and walk through the hallway, I notice a sleepy negrito. That's out of character because negrito is always meow, 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 meowing at my door. Honestly, who even needs an alarm clock anymore when this is my alarm clock, bro? 7 a.m. sharp every morning, meow, meow, serenading me. Oh, Papa, let me in your room. I don't know why he said it. I don't know why he sounds like he's an Italian singer. I don't know why he sounds like an Italian singer from the 40s. Oh, Papa, let me in your room. But that's Negrito Baby in the morning, bro. Meow, let me in. Meow. Oh, Papa, meow, let me in. Meow. What is that? When the sun hits my eye at 7 a.m., that's time to wake up my dad. Oh my God, that's Nugget at 7 a.m. Meow, let me in. But there was no meowing this morning. There was no Italian serenades outside my door. I was like, where is my Italian son? Where is my small black Italian son? And so I walk outside and I have this jet black carpet, bro. I have this rug that's literally, you would think it was made out of 100 different negrito furs because literally he blends in every time he's on it. This kid almost died like 17 times when he was a baby and he was the size of a little turd, bro. When he was the size of a baby bird, bro. When he was the size of a Laffy Taffy, bro. Because I got him when he was this big and he used to love that rug. He used to just chill on it, bro. And I almost curb stomped the fuck out of him like 30 times when he was a baby, bro. But luckily, this cat doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. It's the most vocal cat ever, bro. So I would just walk in and he'd be like, meow, little baby meows. Oh, my heart melts thinking of the little baby meows. Meow. But now, big cat, big boy, big cat. And I walk outside and he's laid out, bro, on the rug. And it's hard for me to find him because he's camouflaged at first. And I'm like, what? Negrito, where are you? I'm worried, you know, he wasn't singing to me in the morning. I see him laid out on the rug, dying, looking like he's about to take his last breath. My heart drops. I know my dad's senses are tingling, and I'm like, something is wrong with my son, bro. And he's there. Hello, ambulance. Damn, I just yelled right into the mic. Cat ambulance, cambulance. My son is in trouble. Woo, 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 woo. They come. They throw him in the back of the ambulance. Boom, they hook him up to all the machines. Beep, beep, beep. He's on his last breath, bro. His eyes are bloodshot red. His third eyelids are bulging out, bro. It's literally like cats have their normal eyelids, and then they have these third eyelids that come out when they're sick, when they're deadly sick. His third eyelids are out. He's got all this snot, and then a big snot bubble inflates, pops, and it just gets snot all over his face, and then another one as he breathes out, massive snot bubble, and then pops all over his face, gets in his eyes, just gives his eyes more of a reason to be bloodshot, like he has fucking double pink eye, bro, dual-weld pink eye. and he's just there, mouth breathing, because he can't even get air through his nose airways, through his nasal canal, bro. And I was like, this is the end. This is the end for my cat. He's taking liquidy Dairy Queen looking shits, bro. That may be TMI, but he's taking this fucking Oreo Blizzard shits, bro. You could hang him upside down. They wouldn't even fall out the cup. If he shit in a cup and I flipped it upside down, nothing's coming out. That's how liquidy and disgusting these triple chocolate chunk turds he's taking. And I was like, something's wrong with my cat. Something is wrong with my cat. So we get to the vet, bro. We get to the vet, and they're like, it's a good thing you brought him in when you did, sir, because this could have gotten out of hand. We're going to take him to the back. You just chill here in the waiting room. Here's a magazine. They throw me a Playboy. Here's a magazine. Knock yourself out. And I was like, this seems a little too much. A Playboy and a vet while I'm waiting for my sick, dying cat? I don't know about this. And I was like, I'm good on magazines. And they're like, oh, we have a different selection if you'd like a different magazine. And I was like, yeah, please. Do you guys have like People or something? And they're like, no, but we got Hustler. And then they threw me a Hustler mag. And I was like, bro, what is with this kinky ass vet? What is with this kinky clinic? And then I looked, and that's what I had checked into, bro. Culver City Kinky Clinic. Oh, I checked into the Culver City Kinky Clinic, and they were like, sorry, yeah, if you don't like magazines, we got some toys that you can play with, some fidget toys. And I was like, sure. And they threw me a vibrator, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to sit here and go on my phone. And they were like, whatever, we'll attend to your cat real quick. And then they fucking left. But as they were leaving, they let out a massive moan because it's a Culver City Kinky Clinic. And you could hear the moan gently fade away as they got deeper and deeper in the hallway. So it was like, and then boom, they were gone. They took my cat. Fucking dumb, bro. That was dumb. And so Nugget is in the back. Pss, pss. They're performing all these operations and all these tests and shit. And then they're like, sir, this is probably like 20 minutes later. They come out. Sir, we've got terrible news. And I was like, my heart sank, bro. My heart sank. And they're like, please come to the back with us and pay your respects to Nugget. And I was like, pay my respects. And so they take me to the back, and Nugget is propped up in his fucking mob boss chair, cigar in his mouth, because remember, he's an Italian cat, but little did I know he's an Italian mob lord, and he runs this vet clinic. And when they say pay my respects, it didn't mean my son's gonna die. It meant, please pay your respects to the fucking patron. Please pay your respects to the mob boss. Or you're gonna swim with the fishes. You're gonna swim with the fishes if you don't pay respects to the healthiest cat in the fucking world. Because they said, we ran a couple diagnostics. We shoved a thermometer in his ass. We did, I don't know why the workers are Italian. They were like, we ran our diagnostics here at the Kinky Clinic. We shoved a thermometer balls deep in his ass, his warm, gaping asshole, and he had the perfect temperature. And then we checked him, and this cat eats good. This is a big, thick boy. This is a big, thick boy with mommy milkers. Mommy milkers, the healthiest. You're at the Culver City Kinky Clinic. They ran a bunch of nasty, weird. I probably shouldn't have trusted these people with my cat, these fucking perverts. But they ran a bunch of clinics or tests and trials, and they were like, this mob boss of a cat is the healthiest cat in the history of cats. This is the poster child for healthy cats. And I was like, so what was all the problems? What's wrong with him? Why was his third eyelid sticking out? And they were like, the third eyelids can sometimes be a defense mechanism. Has there been more cats? And I was like, I live in a house with 4 cats. Yes, there's a lot of cats. And they were like, it could be him trying, man up, be alpha, whatever. And they were like, but he eats good. He's healthy. He's in perfect condition. He's flawless. This is a flawless, beautiful cat. And I was hyped, man. And fireworks in my heart because I was happy. Honestly, when I really broke it down, bro, there was no way anything was going to happen to this cat. This cat is infinite. This cat is eternal. The day that something happens to this cat, that's it. I'm killing myself. I don't even care, bro. This cat is the only thing that keeps me sane sometimes. So pay your respects and pay your respects to the kinky gods and the Italian mob lords and everybody, whatever you believe in, bro, because Nugget is here to stay with us forever. And they told me not to worry. But as they were telling me not to worry, they were like, don't worry, baby. Your cat is healthy. Your cat's going to live forever. Here's the bill. $400. Whoa! $400. They charged me for that Playboy and that Hustler magazine that I didn't even read. That they were like, hey, would you like a complimentary Playboy and complimentary Hustler mag? And I was like, nope, I don't want to look at anything like that. And they were like, okay, well, it's going on the bill. And I was like, you guys don't understand what complimentary means, huh? You guys have no actual definition of the word complimentary. But they charged me for the Hustler, they charged me for the vibrator, they charged me for the Playboy magazine, and then they charged me to shove a thermometer up my cat's ass. They charged me for all the foreplay trials they were running on my cat. And it came out to $400. And I was like, listen, what can we do to bring this bill down? Because you and I both know I'm not going to pay $400. And they were like, well, realistically, you don't need this. They cut out everything off the bill because it was all suggestions. They were all suggested things to, you know, run maintenance to keep my cat healthy and happy. And I was like, my cat's already healthy and happy, bro. According to you guys, this is the healthiest cat in the world. And so I got the bill down to the vet visit, which was like $70. And then I got him vaccinated. They gave him the COVID vaccine. And no, they gave him vaccines and shots that for cats that they need and stuff. And so now my cat can travel. So now the next time that I want to go to Florida and drink a Coors Light with and shoot AR-15s with all my fools out there, with all my fools that are burying 700 bodies in their backyard and nobody's even blinking an eye, nobody's batting an eye at these guys. When I want to go chill with those people, I can bring Nugget, and Nugget can fucking lap on a Coors Light too, and he can be wearing a cowboy hat, and he can be living his best country life dreams. Yeah. He can go on a fucking airboat. I'm going to take you out on my airboat. I'm going to take you two boys on my airboat. And then me and Nugget look at each other. Oh, boy. And we look back and then loud as fuck. We got the big goggles on. We got the headphones, the noise canceling headphones. And we're just cool swamp air just running through our hair. Swamp. I don't even know. River, lake, whatever the fuck they have in Florida, bro. But yeah, so now Nugget can travel. So maybe when I'm booking modeling gigs in Paris, I take him with me. And I put him on a little harness and we walk through the streets of Paris and we drink our wine and have a good time. But yeah, I was really scared, man. And I may have just been, obviously he wasn't that sick. I know I explained the story and I made it sound like he was fucking dying, but like he really wasn't that sick. Just a couple things I was looking out for because he was acting a little weird. And bro, I'm going to get serious for a second. This cat is like my fucking, like genuinely like my son. As cheeseball as this sounds, I know what it's like to have a kid now. Because I ride for this motherfucker. I live breathing. I live by the sword and I die by the sword. And that sword is fucking Nugget, bro. I love this cat. I will do anything to make sure he's always healthy. I will make sure he's always happy, content, living his best life. Even when he's acting up and being an asshole, bro, my whole heart belongs to this fucking cat. Aww. Which is like also lets me know that I will probably be an amazing dad one day. But also, that's it. That's a wrap. I'm going to be world-class dad, bro. But anyways, man, that's my vet story for Nugget. I was very worried for this guy. Let's get into the nuggets. And the nuggets for today is keep up on your mental health, mate. Absolutely raw to die for your mental health. Don't let up on it. I would say from my birthday about 2 weeks ago to now, you know, I was overindulging, I would say, in just pedestrian pleb-ass activities. I wasn't staying as productive as I'd like. I was still going to the gym, still eating clean, still doing all that stuff, but I was kind of falling off with my meditations, and I was kind of falling off on my journaling, and, you know, I got kind of complacent and comfortable where I was mentally. And that deteriorates real quick, bro. The thing about mental health, at least I think, is like even when you're on top, it doesn't just stay. You don't just get there to a nice, clear, confident, healthy headspace and just stay there. It's routine. It's consistent. You have to put in the work to maintain that mindset and that lifestyle and that healthy mind. And the routine maintenance that you have to do every day is, you know, you have to meditate, bro. And I was kind of falling off on my meditations, and I get very antsy. And I notice 100% when I fall off my meditations, bro, because I get fucking crazy, bro. I want to like keep a gun in my car type crazy. I literally have a running joke with my girlfriend that's like, bro, anytime I'm feeling like a psychopath, like crazy, I'm like, I want to keep a gun in my car. And she's like, what does that even mean? You sound crazy. And I'm like, I feel crazy. Like, it's a joke. I'm not going to put a gun in my car, guys. It's literally an inside joke with me and my girl. But it's like, I start to feel absolutely batshit. And then I notice that I start spending so much more time on social media, and I like, it consumes hours of my day when I could be producing, when I could be putting more emphasis on my workouts. I could be making music, spending time with friends, reaching out to loved ones, cuddling my cat. There's so many more productive, delayed gratification things that I could be doing. And instead that's really what it is. I notice when I fall off my path of meditation and journaling and all that stuff, I kind of start letting go in other aspects and areas of my life, and I start giving into temptations easier with the instant gratification shit, the social media, the internet surfing, the watching TV, watching YouTube extended, watching, Netflix, and just wasting time. And yesterday I was like, all right, I'm over this. I've been meditating consistently again for the past like 3 or 4 days, which I'm thankful for. And today I told myself, I was like, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to have my coffee and back into my routine. I don't necessarily think routines are bad things. I think they keep us in check. And so I had breakfast, I had my coffee, I came in here, I journaled for like 20, 30 minutes. I meditated for about 10, 15 minutes. I took a shower. I got out of the shower. I practiced my French. And now I'm recording this podcast, and it's like everything is flowing productively, and I feel at ease. Mentally, I feel good. Mentally, that gives me confidence, and that gives me motivation to want to tackle the rest of the things in my day. I'm going to finish up here, upload all the content to my computer and for editing, and then I'm going to go to the gym, come back and edit the podcast. It's like, that is, as boring as it sounds to some, that is so appealing to me, and not appealing is not the word. It's so comforting and soothing to me, because that makes me feel like I'm doing something productive. And like I said, since my birthday, I think I just got too comfortable. I was like, I'm 25, I'm happy to be alive. And then I was just indulging in some bullshit and not really taking my usual things serious. I was like, I'm up to date on the podcast. I'm caught up on everything. I can just lay back and enjoy and watch an hour on Netflix. I can watch TV. I can eat some bullshit that I know isn't good for my diet. And don't get me wrong, it's absolutely fine, and I think necessary to have a rest day or two every now and then. But when it becomes a constant thing, there is no growth. There is no your trajectory kind of plateaus. And that was the first time all year that I felt like I hit a plateau, and it was 100% because I was letting the mental health diminish. I was letting the meditations go. I wasn't taking it as serious. I wasn't taking my gratitude as serious, because I was like, I feel amazing lately. And if you don't keep up routine maintenance on those things, that amazing feeling fleets real fast. It fades away real fast. So guys, continue. And if you don't meditate in general, start. And you don't have to sit there and crank out a 10, 20 minute long meditation. I know it's uncomfortable to sit there by yourself with your thoughts, with all this stuff. To just sit in silence can be very uncomfortable, especially for someone that's never done it, that's not used to it, because we live in so much stimulation with social media and all this bullshit, and just life feels like it's moving fast, and like you're gonna fall behind if you take even 10 minutes to yourself to sit in silence and just be in the present moment, be present and think. But if you don't meditate, guys, it's the biggest thing that's helped me stay sane. It's the biggest thing that has made me feel comfortable and confident in my own skin. It's the biggest thing that has fully made me feel present in moments where I would otherwise be overthinking, overanalyzing situations, or just not be there at all. Physically you're there, but mentally you're somewhere else. And a lot of people live like that, and I don't want that for you guys, because the world is such a beautiful place, man. And the world is full of beauty and opportunity, and it's amazing. And it's going to pass you by if you don't even take the time to admire and acknowledge it, truly. So meditation brings you into the present moment, lets you take a deep breath, and lets you realize that with all the chaos and the babosadas that are happening outside of outside in the world that you can't control, you can't control them. So just be present and just take it for what it is, and be grateful that you're alive to experience the chaos, because there's beauty in chaos, man. And you can get there through meditation. So that's kind of the nuggets for today. Let's see what else I got on the list, but I really think that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, man. Be sure to meditate. If you guys are having trouble like actually meditating, man, I started off meditating. Now I just do it by myself. I sit in that chair where Negrito Baby's at, and it's so cute, bro, because Negrito Baby likes to jump on my lap every time I'm meditating. So we kind of have like this soul bond. As I meditate, he's on me purring, and his eyes are closed. It feels like we're both meditating together, man. Like, genuinely, this is a spiritual dude. This is my spiritual companion, bro. Like that. I tell you guys, this is not only my cat, but it's also my son. Oh my God, he twitched. Oh, take it back to the vet. Culver City Kinky Clinic. My my son is twitching. Is he okay? No. But he's literally my spirit animal and my spiritual partner. And I love this cat so much, bro. He jumps on my lap when we're meditating, and it's cute. But if you're having trouble getting into it, I would recommend guided meditations. One of the apps that got me into meditating in the first place was Headspace. Headspace is a great app. I think after an extended like free trial, you have to pay for it. I didn't pay for it, but the Headspace has gotten so fucking mainstream to the point where I'm pretty sure they have like guided meditations on Netflix. Like they have their own Netflix meditations that you can just hit play. You can add it to your queue. It'll play whenever, and you can just meditate while you're watching Netflix, which is crazy. So they helped me dip my toes into the spirituality meditation game. And then after that, when I didn't want to pay for it, I kind of steered off, and I found this YouTube channel called Great Meditation. It's called Great Meditation. GM is their little avatar photo. It's a big G and an M. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But the YouTube channel is called Great Meditation. And they have literally every week they're dropping a new guided meditation for whatever you need. Stress relief, success, manifesting, letting go of trauma, letting go of baggage, moving on. Like whatever you need, bro. They have a meditation for it. And I would just do those guided meditations and just feel a little brighter. I would feel like a light bulb, ding, a light bulb. As I tackled the course of my day, I would feel like a bright, positive ass bitch. And that's an amazing starter meditations too. That's an amazing introduction to meditation as well, is that YouTube channel. So I recommend them. I recommend Headspace. I'm not sure if you still have to pay for it. I imagine they are, because they're the fucking mega conglomerate of meditations. They monopolize the meditation game, bro. They are the Apple of meditating. But shit, bro, get into it and get into journaling. Journaling's not hard, bro. Today I did like a Dear Diary type of journal, but usually I'll just get in there and write some shit I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Negrito Baby. I'm grateful for this mini fridge. I'm grateful for this pimp goblet. I'm grateful for my friends, my family, my girl, this house, the foods that I eat, the health in this body, my personality, whatever it is. You literally get so minuscule. The more things you're grateful for, the better you're going to feel. I'm grateful for this sock, and I'm also grateful for this matching sock. I'm grateful for these rings. I'm grateful to have fingers, because some motherfuckers don't have fingers. Can you believe it? But you hopefully have fingers. Be grateful for them. Be grateful for everything, bro. Like, and even when it seems like life is all doom and gloom, there's still shit to be grateful for. Meditation and gratitude practices such as journaling are going to get you to that next mental health game, bro. And I'm such a big believer and firm believer on that. So let me know how it goes. I'll tune in with you guys next week, and we'll here's another challenge. Assigning homework again at Frequency Class 101. Self-Improvement Class 101. You're taking Self-Improvement 101 at Frequency University. There you go. This week's homework is to meditate. No length of time, no given length of time. Just do something mindful. Do a meditative practice once a day, every day, until the next time we meet next Thursday. And let me know how it goes. Let me know how much, if you see any difference, any improvement in your overall well-being, any improvement in the way you look at the world, any improvement in yourself. Meditate every day. Take a mindful breath, sit down, meditate. Use those references that I gave you, Great Meditation, Headspace, if you're struggling. But every day I want you to meditate until the next time we meet, and tell me how you feel. Shoot me a DM, do something. Let me know how you feel. But until then, folks, all right now. Oh, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Go have a fucking meditation doozy. What do you reckon? Those are the fucking nuggets for today, mate. No pun intended, little guy over there. Those are fucking nuggets for today. Those are fucking nuggets. I'm going to add 30 million nuggets in this edit. Those are the fucking nuggets for today. And now I'm going to add 30 million chicken nuggets. Boom! Those are the fucking nuggets for today. But, as always, thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Frequency. Just went from Australian to Mexican so quick. Thanks for tuning into another episode of La Frequency. Babosadas out the mouth. We went from nuggets. We went from wholesome, life-changing nuggets to fucking babosadas. I mean, but I love you guys. Je t'aime beaucoup. Thanks for tuning into another episode. As always, I'm sending love and positive energy your way. I'll drink to that. All right, catch you on the flip.